Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's a rainy day out here today. Um, so I decided I gotta go into work at 2 o'clock. I decided to go out and try to earn some extra money on the side here. I'm just curious, what do you guys do for earning side money? Leave it down in the comments below. So what I started to do was a couple months back I started doing the Roadie app, and the Roadie app's hit or miss as far as for me, because if I go to pick up something that I need to use my trailer, like a lawnmower, then it's worth doing it because of my truck only gets 11 miles a gallon. And or if it's pays you like 20 bucks and it's only 2 or 3 miles away. But most of their stuff, like Tractor Supply's got one that kicked in just now. It's 50 miles away, and they want to pay you 20.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Charles Street.
I think it was. And that's like 50 cents a mile is what I calculated it as, and I said that ain't worth it. You're gonna spend more money in gas than you're gonna make, at least in my case with my truck. So I do them here and there, but
turn right onto Charles Street, Maryland 6.
As good as I was hoping it would be. So anyhow, one of my coworkers told me I ought to try this DoorDash. So yesterday I took my truck and I did this DoorDash, and you definitely seem to get a lot of them, but again they don't really pay that much. One of them I made like 10 bucks to drive it like 4 miles away, so that wasn't bad, but most of them were like 5 bucks, 4 bucks, with tip or something. And, a couple of them were a mile away, 2 miles away, just bringing a cup of coffee or something, So anyhow, I decided to go ahead and use that. And I did it for 8 hours with the Roadie, and, a little less than 8 hours with the Roadie.
Continue on Maryland 6 for 7 miles.
And, I was doing the Roadie app at the same time as the Dash, just kind of working both of them at the same time, and I ended up making about 100 bucks. I made about 50 bucks on each of them. So in an 8-hour shift, to make 100 bucks, it's really not worth it. But I'm doing it again today for a couple hours just to see if it's any better. I'm going to a different area. So I used my truck for half the day yesterday, and then I switched over to my wife's car. I'm in my wife's SUV. She gets 18.7 miles a gallon versus 11, so it's a lot better fuel mileage. So anyhow, guys, I'm just curious, what else you guys do for side gigs? I'm actually thinking about opening up a little LLC and opening up a lawn care business. Cutting grass and whatnot for the summer. Me and my kids have talked about doing that for a couple years, and I used to do that back in Connecticut, and I used to make decent money on the side, and so anyhow, that's kind of, I was thinking about opening up a little LLC, make everything legit and whatnot. And then, I am a licensed plumber. I got to get my license in the state I live in, but my license is current still in my previous state that I lived in. So I just got to try and transfer it over. I just haven't done it yet. It's been like 8 years. I really need to do it anyhow. But that's my other thing, is obviously I can make a lot more money doing plumbing side jobs. So my other idea was, once I can catch up on some of my bills and get back to where I'm doing okay. My other idea is to eventually get a little cargo van, like a little box van or something. Throw one rack in the side of it so I can keep my plumbing tools in it, and then I could use that as a like a side job work van. I could do DoorDash stuff with it. I could do Roadie stuff with it. And I could do plumbing work out of it, and I could even do lawn care stuff out of it if I tow my trailer with my lawn stuff. So I used to enjoy having a cargo van when I was working in the trades, and So that's another option I got. Another thing I've been thinking about doing. So, but leave it in the description what you guys do, because I'm curious. Like everybody else, the cost of living has gotten so damn expensive, and I was out of work for a total of 5 months, between the 2 surgeries, and that obviously put a damper on the money thing, and we ended up kind of going through what we had saved up and then some, and the little bit disability was paying me didn't do me any good, because that basically covered the insurance that I had to pay for out of pocket, because my insurance for my family and I is expensive. But then all of a sudden the car insurance skyrocketed, and this skyrocketed, that skyrocketed. So anyhow, I got a goal. I want to try to get myself out of debt. It's not going to happen overnight, because it's taken years to get where I'm at. But my daughter's going to be going to college soon, and me and my wife were sitting there talking about it, and I said I really want to try to knock out at least like the credit card bills, and knock out some of my other bills, maybe try to pay off my truck. So I said I'm going to bust my ass this year doing as many side jobs and whatnot as I can. I'll have to pay taxes at the end of the year on it, which is fine, but if I could pull it off to where I could pay off some bills and have less monthly expenses, that'll be a good thing. So anyhow, guys, hit that like and subscribe. God bless you, and God bless the USA, and let me know what you guys do. I'd be curious to find out. And stay dry out there, because it's pouring out here. Later.